All right, folks, Sundiata. Just got through my run. I want to talk to y'all about something we call excuses, how evil they are. See, I heard Danny Johnson say, excuses a well-organized lie. And I'm a firm believer that excuses is the food that feeds fear. Folks, I mean, one of the things that we got to understand is that when we don't do certain things or do the things that we're afraid of, we procrastinate. That's feeding the fear. When we say we don't have time to exercise or time to build our business, that's an excuse that feeds fear. When we say we don't have time to prepare a good, healthy meal, that's an excuse that feeds fear. Because now, if you acknowledge it, that means you got to take responsibility for your actions. And most people don't want to be called out on their own BS. That's just the bottom line. If your bank account ain't where you want it to be, it's nobody's fault but yours. It ain't the government. It ain't your job. It ain't nothing. See, and that's why I say excuses. I believe excuses are one of Satan's tools to distract us from the gifts that God has given us. See, I could easily make the excuse for, oh, woe is me. I'm missing 3 fingers, so I should sit at home and make all types of excuses because I'm in pain, blah, 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 blah. And the reality of it is, I got the greatest gift that God has ever given, the breath of life. And as long as he keeps giving that to me every day, there's no excuse that I can make that outweighs or overpowers God's gift. I said something on the OL call today. Too many of us have bought into man-made negativities instead of embracing God-given positivities. That's just the bottom line. We've accepted excuses and the lie and the fear. And some of us, we even claim we have faith. I'll tell you right now, faith and fear cannot exist in the same space. It just don't work. Because when you're truly in faith, no matter what you're going through, you keep pressing forward. See? And so with that, I want to tell y'all, man, it's really time to give up the excuses. It don't matter how long it takes you to get to the finish line. But just keep moving one step at a time. Stop making excuses as to why you can't build your business. Stop making excuses as to why you can't get healthier. Stop blaming your genes and stop blaming your spouse and stop blaming the comp plan. Because I promise you, if I gave you another comp plan that was quote unquote easier, or I gave you a meal plan that was simpler and quote unquote tastier, you still wouldn't do it. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. So stop making excuses. Man, excuses are killing us. Some of you, y'all are way more talented than me. You're more gifted than me. But you bury yourself, in the negativity of excuses. And then you ask, well, why is this one doing this? Sundiata, how you doing this? Why is Pam doing this? Man, we don't have time for excuses. That's just the bottom line. And the reality of it is, you can make every excuse that you want. At the end of the day, there are people with the same circumstances that you have, some even worse, and they're getting it done. So, I made a vow that, like I said, I'm not gonna buy into all these man-made negativities anymore. Not when there's all these God-given positivities. Once you got the breath of life, once you got air in you and you wake up and you ain't got a chalk outline around you, man, the possibilities for what you can do is so great. And just time to forget all that. And some of y'all could call it rah-rah, some of y'all could call it hype. I call it the truth. I've gotten to a point in my life now where I'm not accepting excuses from myself and nobody else. You know what I mean? It's time to put God to work in your life. Stop making excuses. Because anytime you're making excuses and you feed fear, you're allowing the devil to conquer your life. Or whoever, supreme evil that you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Godness is greatness. So, hey, I'll see y'all on the flip side.